Hello guys, welcome back to Surya Zone. Today we are at day 13 of our 50-day SQL challenge, and today problem name is 570 managers with at least 5 direct reports. Okay, and here we have an employee table with column name as ID, name, department and manager ID, and in this table ID is the primary key. Each row of this table indicates the name of an employee and their department and the ID of their respective managers. If manager ID is null, then the employee doesn't have a manager. No employee will be the manager of themselves, right? So this is fine. And then next the problem statement is write a solution to find managers with at least 5 direct reports. So what they are saying is they are asking us to find the managers who is having at least 5 direct reporters, or who are under him 5 people. Okay, written the results in any order. We will see the example data now. So here if you see the table, example 101 John doesn't have any manager, and that's why the manager ID is null. And if we see for Dane, James, Amy, Anna, Ron, so for all these people the manager is John only, because its ID is 101. So this is a very simple problem, straight away for problem. So select star from employee table E1, and this is a kind of self join. Here we are going to use the left join, because if we directly use the inner join here, it will leave John, but John is the output which we needed. So if you see the output, we have John, because for John only there are 5 employees who is working under John. Okay, so if you see the problem, the joining condition now, employee E2 on E1.id, that is employee ID, this one which will match with the manager ID in the table 2, E2.manager ID. Okay, and then into the select statement we will check E1 dot name, and then we will take, we don't want the count and all, because in the output we only need the name of an employee, right? So we will group it based on employee, group by E1 dot name having count of E2 dot manager ID for a particular E1 name, because employee 1 name, because there we are expecting the okay. So what I will do is, here instead of directly going here, I will select the E2 dot manager ID here. Okay, or I will this will be fine, I guess. E2 dot manager ID into the select statement, and I will also comment out this group by, let me run this. Yeah, 1 minute, there is some issue in the, okay, it is not underscore won't come. Let me run this. Yeah, so now if you guys see, John is the manager for 5 people. So here into the statement, if I take E2 dot name, you will understood much better. Yeah, so if you see, John is the manager for Dane, James, Amy, Anna, Ron, and these guys are not managers for any of the employees. So that's why here we are getting the values as null. So what we are trying to do is, we are grouping it based on we are grouping it based on employee table 1, based on employee ID, and we are taking the count of manager ID that is greater than or equal to 5, because they are saying at least 5 direct reportees. So we can directly make use of greater than or equal to 5, and into the select statement we don't need these 2 columns, we only need E1 in the output, employee 1 name in the output. Let me run this now. And now if you see, we have got the expected result. Okay, we can test the other test cases as well. We have around 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 test cases. Let me run this now, whether this to find whether these 8 test cases are passing or not. Yeah, all the 8 test cases are passing. Okay, now we can submit the problem statement. Cool. I hope you guys are, if you like, I hope this is clear to you guys. And if okay, just a moment, guys. I think only 9 test cases passed, 11 I mean, out of 11, only 9 has been passed, the rest has been failed. We will check now why this has happened. Okay, let's use this particular test case. So this is how, that's why I will ask you to submit, I was asking you to submit at every time to identify whether any test cases is failing or not. Okay, let me use this test case. What happened? It is not working here. 1 minute. Um, okay, I think we are unable to use the test cases. Might be it is asking some uh, what to say. Might be it is asking some premium policies. That's why we are unable to use this test case. But no worries, we will see the input from here. And here, if we see the output, we are getting as John, but the expected output is John and John. Okay, because employee ID 1 John, and then okay, actually the employee name is John for 2 employees. Okay, so what we need to do is, here along with employee name, we need to group it based on employee ID as well, because name is like it's another primary key, right? Here ID is the primary key column, right? That's why. Okay, let me run this now. Yeah, so I hope you understood now, guys, like why it was failed previously, because John, we are grouping it as we are grouping it directly based on name instead of including the ID. We do have a 2 managers with John, like with the same name John, one for 101 as well, and then for 111 as well. That's why it was failed before. Let me submit this to check the test cases. Yeah, now if you see, it has accepted all the test cases. Cool. I hope you guys are now understood how to debug the problem if some issue arises. Okay. If you like this video, please do share and subscribe, guys. It will motivate me to create more quality contents. Okay. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow.